Hello, everybody. My name is Amul Patel. I'm here in Los Angeles. You're watching the Smoking Hot Coffee show where we cover internet startups, design, marketing, monetization. I'm joined with Jeff.
Hey guys, I'm Jeff Pelton. I'm down here in sunny San Diego.
And we're on cup number 10. I was working on the site, so let me close that. We're on cup number 10. Yeah, yep. So we're still cranking here. By the way, if you want to get a hold of me, I'm at Amul Patel. There we go. So we're on number 10 here, and I do notice that we're starting to get a few views on YouTube, which is really nice. We're just getting some subscribers. That's great. Please feel free to subscribe and leave us feedback. I'd love to hear your thoughts. You want to add anything to that, Jeff?
Yeah, we're just starting to get a few people kind of mentioning that they've watched it. If you guys are listening and watching, we'd love to hear your feedback. If there's things that that we're doing that bug you and you want us to stop doing, and if you've got suggestions of things that we should start covering, startups, different things, you want to hear our opinion on other stuff than what we're already talking about, please take a second to just drop us a note, and we'll definitely read that and try to make those adjustments. Otherwise, we're just starting to kind of start tweeting out the show and putting it on Google Plus and setting up the community. So we're just kind of waiting for your guys' feedback and seeing what you guys want from it.
Yeah. So as you can see, the site's design is also changing. We've made some changes today, yesterday.
Yeah, it's looking great.
Every day we're making changes. It's definitely a work in progress. We're also doing some designs for our characters and our avatars, and so you'll start seeing some of that as part of the show graphic design. So, okay. So with that, thanks for watching the show. Let's get into it. Here we are at Owner Listens. Okay. ownerlistens.com. All right, so wow, this is beautifully designed. We're at a, let's see, there's a graphic of some sort of, I don't know, what is that? Like some sort of copy machine or stamping machine? Is it private?
Or what do you call it, like a dough thing, almost like you're rolling out dough.
Yeah, rolling out dough or something. And it says the what they're about is a private online suggestion box for your business.
Yeah, so that image on the right is showing bad reviews going in and good reviews coming out.
Oh, right. That's exactly what it is.
Mediocre food, service is slow, and then it goes through Owner Listens, and out comes great improvements and loved it.
Right. That's absolutely correct. So I guess their value add is we're going to try to improve your service, whatever service that is. And then notice they've got a couple of badges here. One says Golden Gate Restaurant Association. So this sounds to me like a very narrow, targeted service for restaurant owners, possibly to increase their feedback ratings. Am I getting this right, Jeff? What's your feeling?
Yeah, restaurants make sense. There's a lot of them. Again, I think that's one of the big targets of small business, but probably any small local business could use this that takes reviews on any of the websites like Yelp. So I'm not intimately familiar with how the review mechanism works on Yelp. I think as a shop owner, you can log in and actually reply to people. You can start a conversation with individuals that might have had a bad experience at your location or at your establishment. I know another startup out of Santa Monica, I think Squeal, was taking on this space. I think it's a really interesting take on this, which is it's really the experience of customers coming in your shop and wanting to leave feedback or maybe even talk to the manager, but without having to make a scene. So sometimes, I can't even imagine the last time I really thought about it, but I could imagine almost places having like the big suggestion box, right? Like a box for paper, and you can just write it, drop it in. It's anonymous. That's kind of what their icon is of these guys. Is trying to imply.
That's a very good point. So they're basically taking the anonymous sort of suggestion box and taking it to the mobile app level, and they've got a really cool sort of learn more button here. I kind of would have liked that learn more a lot higher up, because it's kind of down here. It would have been better in this sort of area. So right now they've got the big call to action, sign up. It's free, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to sign up. It's free is going to work for me. Right now I want to learn more. It'd be great if
you kind of want to see it in action.
Yeah, I kind of want to see it in action.
So this brought you to a carousel page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Customer search for business. So there's a little iPhone app with different businesses, owner, and then easily compose and send feedback, which is immediately delivered to your phone where you can respond. So this is for the owner. You can also receive and respond to feedback on the web dashboard. Receive helpful suggestions, improve your businesses. Address issues immediately, prevent bad reviews online. Know how service is at your business even if you're not there. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'd love to see exactly how this is executed. It seems that they're telling you the end user, the customers walking in, have to download this app and then find the store on there.
So check this out.
Right?
They've got an actual physical signage, 8.5 by signs, cards and
so you
stickers,
can print these out and
put them in your brick and mortar store or
Gotcha.
wherever you happen to be at. And so they're hoping to get these folks to actually help promote the app and then, of course, receive the feedback. I think it's a very clever idea. It'd be very interesting. I don't know how they're getting out there in the actual real world. If they're targeting,
like Get Satisfaction, and there's web versions of this almost, right?
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
kind of like
Exactly. Yeah. So they're, if Golden Gate Restaurant Association is giving them some sort of graphic here, maybe they're going after these restaurant associations and then trying to get them on board. So they're obviously very
you're
regional.
talking about the adoption and the chicken and egg problem.
Yeah, chicken and egg problem.
So the first thing that I noticed, let me mention, is the directory. So I think what you're saying makes sense, going after a region. And then if they can get users to walk in one shop and download this app, now they're going to potentially use this app in other restaurants in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. And once they get the one small region going, then they can get the feedback. What's the term they use? Network effects thing going on. So possibly they can get some network effects happening, and if people sign up and they tell their friends, and maybe the business owners kind of recommend this to other business owners. Who knows? But anyways,
so I love this idea.
Yeah,
I love this idea. Do you think there's any gotchas here? Anything we're not seeing?
Again, I think if they have to be very, very focused. If these guys just focus strictly on restaurants and only San Francisco, and they just really be aggressive about that and getting the signage out there. Clearly, if the signage isn't out there in the physical restaurant, then people aren't going to use the app. So that's the big part. That's the big thing, the hurdle that they've got to get over. People may use their iPhone, Android app, but if they don't know about it, there's not enough signage, then there you go. But it does say over here over 18 million suggestion boxes created. Wow, that's a lot of fucking suggestion boxes. So
yeah, it's crazy. It seems like a lot of people are using this that we don't know about.
Yeah, maybe. Wow, there's a lot of people behind. I mean, a lot of people are using it supposedly. So there is a feedback tool. So again, they're targeting business owners. They're bombarded with this kind of stuff. I don't know. My guess is they're probably going to need some deep pockets to get a small region to adopt this, and maybe they can grow regionally or get some investor money and grow this out. But it's a great idea. The suggestion box is an awesome thing. Usually when I go to restaurants and I don't like the food, I'll just smile and be like, oh, yeah, it's great, and get the fuck out of there and never go there again.
Right.
If they can cut Yelp out of the loop and kind of directly talk to their own customers and get that feedback directly without, harming the rep on Yelp or some other aggregator, then I think it's
I think that's the idea. I think it's a beautiful play, like the idea of just opening up that channel to their customers before they go to Yelp and leave the bad review.
And so we've been seeing this a lot, this whole giving these technologies to the SOHO, to the small business and home operator to try to trying to use this technology without being sort of fallen prey to these large technology companies that offer all these feedback mechanisms, and now they have to kind of go with Yelp, and they're screwed. All right, so let's move on. Unless you want to add anything, Jeff.
No, that's great.
All right, cool. Let's see. So now we're at Osper. MeetOsper.com. A bank for young people, much better. We're empowering young people to manage their money responsibly. Wow. So we've got an iPhone app. Looks like there's a credit card, and then they've got some...
By building the world's first children's bank.
I'm not sure how to respond to this. So I know kids, when you're growing up, the parents give you allowances and that kind of thing. It's a good way to teach kids how to, give them incentives to do shit and get stuff done. If you do this, I'll give you credits or money. So that might be very interesting. Positive banking for tomorrow adults.
So that's what I'm seeing on the screenshot on the homepage is an iPhone with a couple progress indicator bars of the Nintendo Wii. It says 4 months to go at $10 a week.
Yeah, I see that.
And they're about a third of the way. Then after that, there's holiday after exams. Yeah. So it's what you're talking about, kind of having these goals of, I want to buy this new video game. Well, you're going to have to save your allowance.
Right, exactly. And it says right here, Nintendo Wii, 4 months to go at $10 a week. Very nice. So it builds a sort of a game mechanics sort of for money for allowances. I think it's very cool. My question to you, Jeff, is this for kids, and are they going to use? Kids don't have iPhones, right? So is this for the parents?
Sure.
Right, and the parents say, "All right, Joey, let's check out Osper. Let's see how you're doing." You know,
well, kids don't have bank accounts either, right? Or credit cards.
Right. Yeah. So
but I think it's one of these things that you're saying is a situation that you grow into it, right? Your parents probably help set you up with your first savings account or something, and deposit that birthday check from grandma.
Right. Yeah.
And you kind of go from there. So it's an interesting.
So my question to you, Jeff, is this a for real like Visa card? Is this just some graphic they decided to throw in here to kind of help position this thing? I mean, do they have some sort of relationship with Visa? What's your feeling?
Maybe. I don't know if it's that difficult to set up a Visa cards. I think they do a lot of where you can like prepay cards and do stuff like that. So
right now,
is there any more information you can get here? Or is this just a splash?
There is no information. There's just a lead gen form for an email.
So
I would have liked a little bit more info. Yeah, but. And then there's some very cute photos of them when they were kids, the team. But yeah, this is clearly just a landing page. I don't know how they're doing on the financing. Do they have they do have an angel list. Okay, so now that we've fixed our site, we can actually jump right to the angel list.
Yeah, so I definitely tried to bookmark the angel list here to help streamline the show. So
it looks like
I don't know what the buzz is about these. Of course, with finance, they're gonna probably put out a lot more buzz pre-launch than some others easier to launch startups.
So we've got a parent, young person graphic, and then they've got
some of these it looks like it's in pounds.
Yeah, it looks like a British startup from London. Parents can lock card and set limits, and then there's a young person's view, and then there's a parent's view.
Very cool.
That's interesting. Okay, yeah, I can totally see this working. Yeah. So it looks here they got some stats. 50 million young people apparently in the U.S. and England, and 20 billion in allowance and gift money. Wow. And apparently they're worth $100 billion in discretionary income. Very interesting. These are very interesting numbers. Of course, these numbers are always slightly inflated, but these are still pretty big numbers. Looks like Alec Verma. He's the founder, and looks like they've got some advisors. I don't see any funding though. I do not see that. So I wish these guys well. I think it's a great idea.
223 followers on AngelList, though.
They do have some followers on AngelList. They don't have. Looks like they don't have the funding raised yet, but keep your fingers crossed. I think it's a great idea. It'd be great if they signed up a distribution partner like Mattel or somebody. Some of these large toy companies, some of these larger sort of consumer products for kids, and get them on board. And maybe use them to help distribute the app or get people, get some mind share within their distribution channels. So I don't know if you're out there listening, guys. Get these guys on board. All right, let's move on. We're at Catavera. Ooh, I went to their angel list page. I didn't want to do that. Let me go to their actual site. Engagement automation. Better recommendations. Automatically recommend the content and products on your website that will get the most clicks by using sophisticated algorithms for learning and inferring the interests of each visitor. Okay, I'm not quite sure what this means.
This isn't too interesting for consumers, but I know that we have been interested in this as web developers, kind of how to super engage your users, keep them on the page, keep them interested, give them content that will... I think the traditional thing here is related stories, related videos. That's what you see on YouTube.
Or even on Amazon,
this
right?
This video is over. Yeah,
even exactly. This 5 guys bought this. They also bought that kind of thing. So are they bringing that sort of technology to everybody's websites? I'm still a little confused as to who are they selling this to.
Sure. I'm not sure exactly. Well, look into the ClickPick. Let's just kind of see what.
Well, here I'm clicking. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out recommending links on your website. Okay, plenty of conversion tactics. Blah blah blah. Okay, so they're targeting.
So you see like that tag cloud. Yeah. They're probably just creating a tag cloud or something, recommended content product. So they're just doing the similar stuff. I'm not sure exactly what it looks like.
So Jeff, looks like they're targeting web and mobile publishers and other platforms. I would have, honestly, Jeff, I would have really liked a little, have them have me test it, where I sign in with my Twitter or Facebook, and now I can see all these sort of content recommendations based on maybe they data mine my fucking profiles or whatever. I would have liked to have seen that. I'm a big fan of like see for yourself. You know, it'd have been nice. If
Yeah,
they had a big,
it's hard. There's nothing in action here, is there?
yeah. So they've got some nice graphs. They've got some cool little flowcharts, complex mathematical algorithms. They've got some cool icons, but yeah, guys, it'd be nice if there was some sort of slideshow slash. There is this little graphic, a pitch deck, where it kind of shows you. This kind of reminds me. Wait a minute. What is this? Pitch deck is using them. We monitor the web to find your best. Huh. I'm not sure. How is this connected with these guys?
Yeah, is it the popular?
So apparently there's a company called Pitch Deck. I don't know if that's them that uses social signals. Maybe they license their technology to other startups. There's another one called Mirror Me that deciphers signals from your activity in Twitter to create interesting. Okay.
So more than a final product, it looks like they're delivering a API for
API, yeah.
So on AngelList they were listed as big data.
Okay,
and so it looks to be a
let me put myself in. All right, so I'm putting myself into Mirror Me, and let's check out what Mirror Me shows me. Oh, okay, people in my network and cares about and builds a sort of SoundCloud or Word Cloud or whatever that is. Tag Cloud, yeah. Okay, this is remotely interesting. Okay, yeah, I could see this. I could see this as a plugin for some WordPress people, maybe. Okay, this kind of reminds me.
Well, the idea is that information you were looking at, not just that info, but how do you apply that to your application?
Application, right?
I think is what PickDeck and I don't know what Mirror Me doesn't seem super interesting, but you can see how an application might be able to add this sort of intelligence on top of what they're already giving. Or just enhancing these little similar sections, here's our main article, but then here's where we want to kind of, add some variety and figure out what is the next thing that this user is going to want to click on, right? So maybe we have hundreds of articles, but maybe this can help me figure out which 3 of my hundreds of articles they might want to.
Right. No, I completely agree. So let's say I'm a small, medium-sized publisher and I'm using WordPress. I guess I could add this as a sidebar item for some of the blog entries or my posts, and maybe if somebody signed in to their Twitter, they can actually see some related content, possibly even hang out on my site longer. I guess, is that the whole idea? I mean, how are these guys making money? I mean, are they selling?
Well, this is for something much bigger than just your WordPress blog. I think this is for content plays like PickDeck and content sites and publishers.
So yeah, they do mention JanRain here, so they can infer and learn. Okay, well, this is a very cool idea. I'm still unclear as to how they make money. They're making money on maybe their API credits or something like that. You think? Yeah, I can't really see any information on that. But okay, all right, very interesting technology, definitely oriented for the developer startup types. Definitely check them out.
Yeah, there's some other things in this space, so we'll just kind of add that to that category.
Okay, so let's move on. Discourse.org. Wow, very nice design. I really like this.
This one I posted last night. It seemed to really blow up on the web. I haven't read any of the responses yet, so this is kind of just about my first look at it. I did read Jeff Atwood's blog post about it. Okay. I believe the Stack Overflow guys, as you mentioned, are involved with this. So he wrote a very passionate post about the sort of history of forums and communities online, and specifically the software, the forum, like PHPBB and whatever these forum softwares are that we're used to using. It's sort of like before we had the wiki, and before we had some of these advanced social networks, what software people are typically using to communicate online, and it's been either HTML, and then we had forum software. And forum software is still hanging out, but really terrible. Most people don't like using it. Doesn't do a lot of these features like notifications.
But some of them
it doesn't give you trust. I think that is what I look for personally, and so I'm excited to see what they're trying to do.
I definitely agree with you. I think if we can improve forum software, for the most part, in general, when I see like a forum, I think, oh man, they got an old school forum, and it just feels old to me.
Well, like I said, my problem is I always hesitate to contribute to a forum.
Because what?
Because I don't feel like they're going to notify me if there's update. Like I don't feel like it's worth my effort.
All right, fair enough.
To leave one random message on a forum that I may not be like the super enthusiast for that forum. I might have one question,
Oh,
one
I
off
got
thing.
you. Got you.
It's hard
got
to
you.
get engaged
Got
if I'm not going to be glued to it. And so
fair enough.
looking, like with all the internet, we're looking for things that are easy to get into, low friction, freemium type experiences.
Gotcha.
Where
So-
you can get started easy, but then also dive deeper if you want.
So they do mention conversations, not pages. So maybe they're talking about turning a conversation instead of paginating through different bits of the conversation. You have one long page. I do like that, just-in-time loading, infinite scroll. That's kind of cool. They also mentioned that you get notifications, so you can subscribe to stuff. That's great. Simple, but with context. I'm not quite sure what the simple Discord is. A simple flat form which flows down a page in a line. Replies are attached to the bottom or top. Okay, interesting. Maybe it kind of reminds me a little bit of Quora. Maybe they're combining Quora with this new form of forums. Maybe this is Forum 2.0. Reply while you need. So is this?
Well, I wouldn't even say Quora as much as Stack Overflow, right? For any of you that are familiar with that network, is a terrific question and answer service, primarily targeted at web developers and sysadmins and the like.
Gotcha. And it looks like you can paste to share images and log in with all these different networks. That's kind of nice. Moderation that scales, categories that grow with you. So some sort of tagging. Yeah, Stack Overflow is really awesome. So my question to you is how much they want for it? So there's a buy it and
Yeah,
try
this is the question. Well, what it says right at the top, free open source.
That's cool.
So,
there is a try it. I like the try it. Very nice. You can actually see it. That's cool.
Well, this is just a sandbox, yeah, like a big demo.
Yeah, they can see that. So how much they want for this? Is this open source? It does say free open source. So so for nonprofits, you can have Discourse running in the cloud using EC2.
So
Azure.
it says, for our listeners there, it says, unfortunately, you can't yet buy it. It's not for sale yet.
Okay.
What's it say they're working on here?
Yeah, so they've got a nonprofit version. Small businesses, they want an easy $19 and $99. Okay, that you can set up a forum based on a subdomain for us. Okay, enterprisey growing. Okay, so I'm not quite clear as to how I can get it. Looks like I have to contact them.
Oh, there's the Forecast at the top right. So they're hosting it on GitHub.
Okay, can I?
Yeah, like I said, I haven't looked into this enough. I'm sure the web is buzzing about this. Wow, they've already got 2,000 stars, and I'm not sure how long it's been since they announced this. They said they've been working on it for about a year, I think.
Okay, well,
so
they do
this
have
is a real serious project.
Apparently, it's done with Ruby on Rails. They're using Ember, so it's probably pretty nice. Ember and Rails. They're using Postgres for their backend database. So it looks like I can install it. I mean, it appears to be open source. This is very cool. We may even want to try something like this for smoking hot coffee. What do you think?
Yeah, this is great. Just anything that'll save us from forum software.
Yes,
really.
anything from exactly. Yes, anything.
And the fact that they open source this is just a huge win for hopefully humanity.
Yes.
If they can do anything they did a real great job of putting all the features here on the homepage.
Yeah.
Just these simple things like notifications and replies and being able to paste in images. I mean, I don't know about, man, you're a designer. It must drive you nuts scrolling through a forum.
Oh my God.
The content is like one line and then it's like,
all
you have
of this
to
cruft.
decode.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like when the user joined and what their signature is, including the whole build of their computer. So if they're computer people, they'll be like, oh, here's my video card, how much RAM I have, the cooler I'm using, and they put all that in their signature. And it's just like,
it's super
really
annoying.
out of date.
It is
hard to decipher the information. Not a quick, easy way to get to what you're looking for.
And you know what? And it's even
this is really helpful.
And it's a nightmare trying to style those things, man. It's a nightmare. So because there's all of this crap on, everything's like div'd out or tabled out or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's just a fat table view. It's really poorly designed, and it's just crazy to see how little it has evolved. And I think that might be the key to it is really who's running. I don't know. Is PHPBB open source? It feels
I'm not
like
sure,
it must be.
but yes, I
think it has to be. But it's really about if they can keep that ball rolling, like keep updating it, keep improving the design, and it's really about the leadership there. So Jeff Atwood's a rock star among the community, and so hopefully this one will.
Yeah, I mean the man behind fucking Stack Overflow, he knows what he's talking about. All right, cool. So I think these guys are probably smart. They're probably going to make it. Let's move on. Here we are at Art Kiev. artkeapp.com. Okay, so this is cute. It's looks like a kid's creative app, a clutter-free way to save and enjoy your child's artwork. All right, so now we've got a vertical, very very tight niche about kids' artwork. Create your child home.
You want to describe this for people who can't see this? The 1, 2, 3.
Sure. Yeah. So they've got basically one slide here with a young girl. She looks like she's like 5 years old from school. She's got a little fire engine or something going, and underneath it says "Create it." Your child comes home with art or schoolwork they've created, and then right next to it they've got a iPhone with the picture of the artwork in it. To archive it. Archive it, tag, and store the image of the artwork in seconds, and then enjoy it. Now they've got the actual artwork on a book, and it looks like even on a mug. Okay, this is interesting. And then below that, we've got a couple of videos and available in App Store, and then they've got featured on. So they've got a couple of press mentions. Today Show, wow, that's big. TV, Daily Candy, their little email, and Real Simple. It's a great magazine. Cool Mom, TechCrunch. All right, this is a very interesting, cool mom tech, big badge on the top. So this is definitely a very interesting app for moms. And okay, so this is a way for them to generate affiliate revenue off of imagery that they shoot and get the stuff put on cups and mugs. Maybe maybe they create a profile and a bunch of their kids' artwork for posterity, right? Am I wrong?
Could you imagine like a Flickr for this? Like if there were like a home, if you could follow kids' artwork or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I could imagine all the community and cool stuff they could do around this. Anything where you cut out a great niche community like cool moms who know how to use technology.
Right.
But of course, I think they're going to make money off the printing here.
Yeah.
The first thing that caught my eye that they must really know is key for their audience is the clutter-free.
Oh yeah, clutter-free.
Clutter-free way. So not having kids of myself, I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Oh, I'm thinking, okay, so the kid shows up with his fire truck. Right. Like, oh, that's great, honey. What do? You magnet it to the fridge or something?
Yeah, put it to the fridge, exactly, yeah.
And then what happens? Probably in reality, the parents are going, oh, crap, what do I do with yet another crayon scribble fire truck or whatever?
Right.
As much as they love it, there's probably this realistic issue of clutter. I don't know, maybe the moms have a big, box full of these things, but in reality, it may actually be one of those things, another thing that you have to keep and whatever. And so archive, what a perfect name, play on words.
Archive,
plus just digitizing it so that you're giving your mom this wonderful, warm feeling of saving your artwork forever. While being able to throw it in the dumpster,
so not
take the space.
So one big point,
unless you want to, which is get the coffee mug for grandma.
Right. So one big point, Jeff, that we have to talk about is parents, especially moms, are very careful about what they want to expose to their kids in terms of on the social networks and all that stuff. They're very concerned about privacy. So
I let off though saying you could have this be a Flickr of children's art. Mm-hmm. I mean, is there any exposure, vulnerability there? I mean, maybe if they're drawing photos of the family, mom, dad, and the dog, and whatever. But it seems like this stuff's pretty much.
In general, though, Jeff, I think mothers are very protective about their kids, and so they don't want to let all this stuff out on public networks. So they kept it on their phone.
This isn't photos of the kids, though, which I think is.
But what I'm adding here is that this will be really cool if Janie has a cousin, across the country, and they can have a real private network. So this could be connected to just the immediate family members, and then they can create a whole network around their kids' images. I think it'd be very cool. So here's a perfect use case example of keeping it really private, keeping it very niche, and about their kids' fucking homework or artwork. Great idea. And
the private thing doesn't really matter that much. They've got step 3 is where the money is at, and they're not trying to build a social network.
Yeah, they aren't trying to. I'm just saying that I think it could be a cool little function. But yes, I do see the printing going on. I'm going to go ahead and click on printing here. How do I create a book? How do I lay this out? This is very cool, and it's a great way to archive it and feel comfortable about throwing out the original,
Yeah, I see this as being a huge winner if they can get in front of these moms, because it just seems to radiate warm feelings of really enjoying and, archiving these beautiful, these moments in time, right?
Yeah, I completely
I think
agree.
there's just some total magic here that for the price of, you know, I don't know, are they charging for the app? I mean,
You know what? That's a
this
good
just
question.
seems like a huge win for anyone with a kid of that age.
It's a good question. I would say I'd probably give it away for free, and then maybe just charge, make the money on the
Yeah.
printing, get the affiliate revenue. Yeah.
So
Very
this
cool
is a
idea.
great idea.
Very,
Really
very
great.
cool idea. That looks like they got some press. I don't know if they've actually got any investment, but don't see an angel list here. But that's cool. Very cool. Really good niche. Really tight. Let's move on. Let's see if we can get a couple more in here. Surf Train. Surf Train. I'm down at 20 seconds on my clock here, so I'm just going to put this on pause.
Turn mine off too.
Yeah, so let's do Surf Train here. Surf Train, now we got a big, huge image and lead generator for our email. A new way to tell a story. Take your friends, fans, followers along to the websites you love or hate. Help them explore interesting content. Okay, so is this somehow tracking my surfing behavior and sharing that? Okay, so if I scroll down, I see another large image. So they've got the web is a big place. Help your audience explore it. Is a crowd browsing tool. Lets you take your friends and fans and followers along to content on the web that matters to you.
So this sounds similar to kind of the stuff we're interested in, right? That we've talked about the last couple of episodes.
Mm-hmm. So how does this exactly work? So yeah, here we go. How does it work?
Not sure.
So pick out sites from the web you want to talk about. Combine these sites into a story. All right, and then share. Okay, now are they using a bookmarklet? I mean, it'd be very interesting. Okay, so let's click on one here. So this is okay. So now I'm at Surf Train, and it's doing something. I'm at a big slide. Looks like a big slideshow. Just a moment. Okay, I'm waiting. Oh, I got. All right, so I've got to install an extension. All right, so now they should have an option to learn more. Okay, there is a learn more. Okay. Add-on is required. Okay. All right. So I'm not ready to install this right now. I'm not convinced that this is worth installing. Is there when I close it, are they going to give me some version where I don't have to install? Okay, they do. Okay, that's good.
Okay, they bring you to the
Okay, so
static
now
version.
now I'm getting some sort of start. Oh, I got to still have to. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so there is some sort of animated thing that the Chrome extension does.
It's too bad. They're missing out on quite a big audience if they don't have a progressive enhancement there. Like, I can understand needing a plugin to add features, but sure would love to see it without all the extra flair.
Or better yet, it'd be great if there's a don't feel like installing the extension, watch a video and just check it out, preview what the extension does. Yeah,
just a demo even to sell you on it.
Yeah, to sell me on it would have been nice, because right now I'm not convinced this is. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty cool, but that one impediment is slowing the adoption, at least for me, down. Okay, yeah, more examples. Okay, I can sign up for their beta. All right. Okay, well, so that's that. I don't see anything else here. So, well, Surf Train, please put some sort of video. Put a button that says "Don't feel like downloading our extension," so we can at least check you guys out. It seems very cool, design-wise.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I mean, gosh, they really just need a YouTube video showing it in action for a second. It's a little bit misleading to have a play button and then ask you to install something to Chrome.
Yeah, I completely
scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
We should probably be a little bit more adventurous in our early adoption, but maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time. All right, so we're moving on here. We're at Tapiture. All right, connect with friends who like what you like. Make your job less soul-crushing. Take a break, hilarious images. Okay, these are.
I like the layout of this. It looks very web appy.
Yeah.
Like a mobile app on your desktop.
It does feel like a mobile app. And okay, upgrade your life. I like the slideshow. Very, very quick, perfect set. Seriously, what are you waiting for? Okay, join. All right, so they got the call to action. All right, and now I'm seeing sort of a Pinterest masonry sort of layout here, and it looks like, and they've got some hovers. All right. Okay, so they've got people. Okay, so this is sort of a Pinterest for what? Interesting images? Is that so? This is yet another Pinterest clone. We've seen a lot of these Pinterest clones now.
Well, I was going to say, so on the last one we looked at, you were hoping that, as I recall, it was a Pinterest for men, and they decided to just clone it, and they continued to use the repinning metaphor.
Yeah.
Here, it looks like they're going to at least have a hat tip.
Yeah, hat tip. Okay, that's cool. They do have a hat tip.
So that, right into their brand name, at least that makes sense. And it's something different.
Yeah. I have to say, guys, this is cool, but I'm still not figuring out what they're is this just a fun way to waste time? Is this a waste? You know, this is a fun site to just look at fun stuff.
Hey, what's wrong with that, man?
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to. I'm looking here and I'm not seeing some. It just feels a bit random. I mean, this is pretty hot, of course.
Yeah. So you always harp on about seeding the network with the right content, or the the content in general.
Right.
What do you think so far? You're saying it looks a little bit disconnected. You're not getting the main vibe.
It looks very to me. This looks very haphazard. I don't know. Am I wrong?
Not enough of a niche or a vertical or a direction.
I mean, I'm seeing hot girls. I'm seeing pictures of like
guys. I mean, it's all fairly interesting. You could probably spend quite a bit of time.
I'm seeing fun interior design. I'm seeing cars. Okay, a lot of hot girls. So they're definitely they got hot girls. Pictures of guys' clothing, motorcycles.
Six-pack carrier on a bicycle. I like that. And then there's the Konami code tattoo. I like that.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, so it looks like maybe it's oriented towards guys. Am I getting this wrong, Jeff? Is there a lot of dudes?
Yeah, must be.
For dudes?
Yeah,
mostly?
Well, again, I think if you're going to do a Pinterest, you may as well, take the half of the market that's not already.
Yeah. So my guess is they're going after guys here. It would have been better if they spell that out a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they don't want to carve out.
Yeah,
too much.
The brand name didn't really speak that to me, but the photos, the content surely do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, again, I'm not seeing beyond the simple click here and hat tip. I'm not seeing their value. I mean, I'm not seeing the originality.
Yeah. So, maybe we discussed this with the last one in this category that we talked about, but how do we rate these? Do we just figure that these are community sites that are dependent upon finding a group of subscribers that will drive the future of the content here?
Yeah.
People that are passionate about it and just form their own. I mean, again, this is kind of like the idea of the forum software and the publishing platform software. It's just another format. This is just the Pinterest format of content. So it's really just
almost like social bookmarking or whatever you want to call it.
So does this with that said, does this then just fall upon the community? Is it just a matter of getting the right people using it, or is there more that they can do with the product or with their marketing efforts to get it out there?
You know what? To be honest with you, bro, like I'm hovering over. This looks like this from an '80s movie. Ferris
Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah. So I'm trying to. It'd be cool if I can like hover over this image and maybe tag stuff or do something remotely different than just hat tipping it. I don't know. It'd be interesting if they added another layer of engagement, something more unique to the site. I'm not seeing that. Maybe it'd be cool if I can combine this with other imagery, if they had some more creative tools like that. But this does definitely hit the A to D market. I've got 5 minutes. My boss is not around. Let me just quickly look at the site and find something fun to look at. And that's fun. But I don't know, man. I'm not. Also, how are they making money, Jeff? These images.
That's what I was going to say. These don't look like the typical referral bait or the affiliate bait.
Yeah, are we getting
Pinterest
any affiliate? So, like, if I click on this, they take me to? Okay, they're taking me to Tumblr, but there's no affiliate link here. So I'm not seeing the affiliate rev link here. So I'm not sure how they're making money. Maybe right now they're just trying to figure out their audience, and maybe they're trying to sort that out. But we'll have to wait and see where these guys end up.
I think it's a beautiful design. I think it does have their unique branding on it. I just hope they can keep it rolling.
So here, check this out. So they've got topics, animals, architecture, art, and design. It'd be interesting if they just kept it just did men's style, or just like hot chicks, you know. Beautiful women. I don't know. That'd be my preference, but maybe they figure that out afterwards. Maybe after I repin a bunch of stuff or hat tip a bunch of stuff, then this is actually pretty nice.
Yeah, this is
this is keeping me motivated to check out the site. So they do have some great seed content, by the way. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So I could waste some time here. But yeah, I would have liked that. Maybe in the beginning, when I get to the site, if they would have just helped me, maybe have me choose something, and then just take me into that one category, I would have preferred that. I think.
Guide you into your interests.
Yeah, if they would have just said, "All right, you're into electro, cool. Let me go show some DJs that are into electro and show the images of that stuff." But
chicken and egg, very interesting.
But they do have some good content. I have to say they've got some good seed content here. It would have been great if they would have funneled me right into that, instead of giving me this sort of big mishmash.
Who knows what happens if you log in with your Facebook? If they're, if they wanted to, they could probably look into your Facebook interests,
right?
And, start pulling out keywords and search terms.
That's a very good point. If they did that, then
who knows? Maybe that does happen.
If I go in there. All right, let's see if we have time for one more. Jeff, what do you think? Yes? No?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, let's do it. Okay, here we are at layervault.com. Wow, what a beautifully designed site. This is gorgeous.
So this one's all for you, Amol.
Thank you so much. No, the color scheme on this, the beautiful iconography. Wow, this is really beautiful. So that we've got LayerVault.
Because I think it's targeted at Photoshop users, I believe.
LayerVault makes designing alone better and designing together great. Let's hear what our customers have to say or take a tour. Okay, so I'm going to hit the next. Ooh, wow, this is really lovely. I really like their design. So they've got an animation video going on top of this little particle thing. It really allows you to explain your process. Okay. I'm not sure. Okay, so let me take a tour here.
Let's take the tour and see what happens.
Wow, this is really lovely. Bells and whistles. Okay, so we've got a folder. Help give you a place to put your files. The app runs in your menu bar. So
it's like a Dropbox kind of functionality.
Unlimited storage, instantaneous sync, version control, visual timeline. Whoa, is this basically GitHub for Photoshop, for Illustrator?
That's what I'm starting to hear. It looks like those sorts of tools and workful for designers.
This is awesome.
So this is squarely aimed at you. I'm looking for your feedback on how this would work into.
I have to say this is beautifully designed. I mean, their color choices are wonderful, and they've got lots of lovely white space.
A lot of grays. It's almost hard to come through.
This is really beautiful, and they've integrated with Git and Dropbox and 37 Signals. So, okay, I'm trying to figure out. So, if I save different versions of this, is this just a way for people to see versions of my Photoshop file? Okay, so they do have a toolkit. Pluck colors off your designs. Okay, hover over parts of your design. Smart ruler. Wormhole searches designs for changes. Okay, interesting. Now I'm wondering, how are they doing this? So they've got an activity feed. Wow, bigger the team.
So mainly looks like collaboration, source control, file sharing around design files,
Photoshop
which
files,
.psds, .eps's, or it looked like they had a list of those.
Yeah.
And then I think because they're aware of those files, they're probably going to cut them up, dissect the file as much as they can. Okay. What we're used to as developers with using Git is it does line by line or character by character diffing. Mm-hmm. So like on Wikipedia, right? You make a change and you can see exactly what change was made.
Right.
It's fairly simple with text, but far more complicated with photos.
Yes.
And Photoshop files. We've even seen this with CAD files, actually. Stuff like that. People want to be able to have mobile and want to be able to collaborate with their clients and keeping things like the change log, the history, right?
Yeah. The idea is brilliant. I think it's a great idea. Having multiple people on a team all working on maybe a Photoshop doc, being able to it'd be awesome. And Adobe, in my opinion, has really dropped the ball in all this stuff.
I was going to ask.
Adobe has totally dropped the ball, and I know they're trying to.
Seems like they would love to sell you a really expensive vault. I think that's what Microsoft calls their version of Git, if you will, is like the source vault or code vault or some super expensive, really awful software.
Yeah, no, I know they're trying to do something with their Creative Cloud, and I know they're trying to do something like this, but to be honest with you, I haven't played around with it, and I don't know any other designers that are doing it. This might be better for a third party to do this instead of just Adobe, because you may
let me give you my story of using Adobe's source control in Dreamweaver, right? So back in the day, right, like way back in early web dev, and then like embarrassingly late in the game, I was at a company where we were using Dreamweaver to FTP to our development server. In other words, we were all sharing source code through Dreamweaver's check-in and check-out feature, which, if you're familiar with it, is just incredibly amateur of a tool.
Okay.
It's just so far from professional or usable.
Okay.
It's good for one person. You can't collaborate at all.
That's not useful.
You're literally checking in and checking, and that happens, I guess, with a Photoshop file, right? Like you can't. Can you get two people editing, two different layers at the same time, or maybe break it up into smart objects and do stuff like that?
Yeah, but, that would be so cool, because I have other VAs that I bring on from time to time to help me with production work. It'd be great that I can link to their layer files and they can just convert things and start labeling things, because I'm horrible about labeling my Photoshop layers.
Yeah, I've noticed.
You probably have. And it'd be great if they did that. And I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't actually played around with the Creative Cloud, but I do believe there is a market for this. It's a very large market. And to be honest with you, I would actually prefer that Adobe stay out of it. I would prefer a third party to do this, because I don't want to be locked in every time with these major vendors and I've been locked in their solution. It's usually better to have a third party come in and be able to offer these kind of things, because they'll integrate better with other third party libraries.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing right here, the Basecamp, Dropbox, GitHub.
And so you're not stuck with Adobe, because Adobe wants everything done by them,
With that said, this might be something that comes up with other startups, but are you afraid of someone like this getting acquired by Adobe? Because we look at was Typekit acquired by Adobe?
Typekit was acquired by Adobe.
It's a beautiful software as a service, web service that fits right in the Adobe family. I mean, I just see something like this as a clear acquisition where they're totally dropping the ball and probably a decade behind, and these guys are taking the latest and greatest cut at it.
Yeah, and this kind of reminds me a little bit about there's an app or a little extension for Photoshop called CSS Hat, which allows you to select different layers in Photoshop and it'll output the CSS values. It's fucking brilliant, and it took forever for Adobe to finally integrate that into the app. They finally have it now, but it's still not as good as CSS Hat. And I'm so glad they didn't get acquired. Because now they can innovate and add different other feature sets that Adobe we're going to have to wait till next year to see. That's the other issue I have with Adobe and all these massive companies, is it takes them 8-9 months to give you a new version, and it's cost me $300 upgrade. Screw that shit. It's better to keep it organic and these little bits and pieces I can add on and take off, and so that's my ramble on that. But on that note, I think we should close this. I think this is the end of the show. Before we get on too far. So once again, thanks for watching, everybody. This ends Cup number 10. You can reach me at Amul_Patel and at Comster. Any final words?
Nope, that's it. It was an action-packed episode. A lot of stuff today.
Okay, and of course, we want feedback. Please let us know what we can improve. We're going to start working on the site as well and our design and stuff like that.
Forward to the site updates.
Please give us comments. We love this stuff. This actually keeps us going. If you don't give us any comments, we feel like nobody's watching. And please give us a comment and tell us how awesome or how shitty we are. All right, so thanks again, and we'll catch you next time.
All right, see you again next time, Amul.
Okay.